And good morning, students.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
So, yesterday we have finished the class after discussing the dynamic formulas, traditional engineering news formula, modified engineering news formula. This is ENRF, then modified engineering news formula. Then we have seen Hele formula. All students are requested to please enter in the class on time. Otherwise, they lose the content we discuss in starting couple of minutes. Hele formula we have discussed yesterday. Then Danish formula we have seen yesterday, and we have discussed all the relevant specific parameters corresponding to these formulas, how they interfere with the ultimate bearing capacity of the pile. And depending upon this, we will have a discussion on to the parameters. We will see that what is given where, so that whatever notes I have shared with you, this is a 53-page document corresponding to the design of piles. Okay, so this I will share you immediately after the class. Last 5 pages were left where we have discussed the group action of the piles, which was left. So I have added those last 5 pages, and now I will share it with you today. So this was the numerical we were discussing yesterday, where whatever is given into this particular numerical is being discussed yesterday, and we are required to find out the allowable load using these three formulas. So these are the things. So formula we are having, engineering news record formula is simply QU is equal to EN, that is the rated energy, W into H. अगर आपको EN नहीं given है, W और H given है, so you will multiply W into H into efficiency upon S plus C. So these two things are directly given here into our question. This is En 3500 kilonewton centimeter. So it is always supposed to be given into centimeter. If it is not given into centimeter, we will have to convert it accordingly. Then efficiency is given to us as 0.8. It is given here. And then we have got in the denominator S plus C, where we can see that S is penetration of pile per hammer blow. S is equal to penetration of pile per hammer blow. Now you can see that here it is given number of blows of last 25.4 mm. So every value we are taking in centimeter. So it will be 2.54 centimeter. We will not take 25.4 mm. So it will be 2.54 centimeter, and the number of blows are 6. But what actually text says per hammer blow. Per hammer blow means single blow. So we have to find out the single blow count in centimeter. That will be 2.54 centimeter divided by 6. By that we will be able to find out one blow deflection. So that is why it has been divided here, 2.54 divided by 6. Plus this is a C is a constant. Plus C. C is a constant. I have also written here in the explanation I have shown you. So when we were discussing this C is a constant. Here we can see for drop hammer, and 2.54 centimeter. 2.54 is for drop hammer, and 0.254 for steam hammer. So we are having steam hammer into the question. So for steam hammer we are having 0.254. So similarly we are going to straight away use that value here. So using this all, we will get 4133.9 kilonewton directly straight away the value. But we want Q allowable, so we will divide it with factor of safety. So factor of safety for ENRF is given 6. We will divide it with 6, so we will get 689 kilonewton. Ultimate bearing capacity of the pile, allowable bearing capacity from engineering news record formula. Then we have got Healy's formula, which is W into H into NB into NH, that is efficiency, which we have seen yesterday. This is again efficiency of hammer blow, and this is also efficiency of hammer blow, but this NB corresponding to Healy's formula depends upon these parameters, these specifications. So this value is required to be put after being calculated from this formula. And whereas this can be straight away put whatever it is given, 70%, 80%, 85%. And multiplication of these two values is going to give the net efficiency. So in this particular numerical, as dependent upon the E into P, it is dependent upon this particular value. So first we are required to find out this E upon P. Sorry, E into P. Then we will compare whether it is less than W or it is greater than W. W is which is weight of hammer. So depends on E into P value. E is equal to 0.5. E is equal to 0.5. Let us see, it is given here. It is given here as 0.5 coefficient of restitution, and P weight of pile. P is equal to weight of pile, and which we have found out here. It is not directly given here. Length is given to us, cross-sectional area is given to us, and unit weight you can assume 25 kilonewton per meter cube. So multiplying 25, अगर आप 24 लेते हो तो आप 24 से मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हो, अगर आप 25 लेते हो तो आप 25 से मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हो. Whatever unit weight you consider, either 24 or 25. Preferably you consider 25. Okay. So 25 into the depth, which is length of pile is 25 meter. So 25 into 25 into 0.35, because 35 centimeter is equal to 0.35 meter. So 0.35 into 0.35. Same thing is being written here. So finding out the total weight of the pile in kilonewton, which is going to be coming as 73.5 kilonewton. Now the pile cap weight has also to be added. And let me go back to a figure. So this is pile cap, although it is not that much good reflection of this. We will use another figure. Now this is the pile cap. These are the piles, and this is the pile cap. Its weight is also required to be added as a surcharge superimposed load. So this thickness is required, and this width of the pile cap block is required. Let us see what is given to us and what is not given to us. Is driven by a single acting steam hammer. Estimate the allowable load using this. Weight of pile cap is directly given to us here. Weight of pile cap is directly given to us as 3 kilonewton. If it would not have been given, अगर आपको फिगर दी हुई होती क्वेश्चन में, तो आपको पाइल कैप का वेट उस फिगर से निकालना पड़ता, based upon the cross sectional area. If it is a plan view or if it is a front view, then whatever width of the pile cap is given and depth of the pile cap is given. Usually it is 0.5 to 1 meter. So if nothing is given, it is not available in question, it is not, the figure is not given, you can assume the parameters, dimensions. You can assume the length and you can assume the thickness of the pile cap, and accordingly you can find out the value of the weight of the pile cap. So adding 3 kilonewton, the total weight will become 76.5 kilonewton. Now we can put these values. First of all, we will have to find out what is the total E into P. Total E into P is coming out to be 76.5 into 0.5. $38.25. So 38.25 is the value we are getting for E into P as a product, which is greater than the weight of the hammer W, because weight of the hammer is 35 kilonewton. So 38.25 is greater than 35 kilonewton. So the formula, the second formula is going to be applicable, because in our case E into P is greater than W. So we will simply find out this value. W is given to us, E is given to us, P is we have just found out. Replacing these values, we will find out W is 35 kilonewton, E is 0.5, P we have just found out total weight of the pile and pile cap 76.5 kilonewton, and subtracting again W minus EP upon W plus P whole square. So solving this particular thing, we will get the value as 0.484. This is going to be the efficiency coming out, considering the coefficient of restitution, that is and the weight of the pile and pile cap. All the values from formula have been evaluated except C. Here we have got the value C, because S we can put straight away. Let us go back to the Thiele's formula. S is equal to final set. So S has got the same meaning as we were having earlier into the ENRF formula, और penetration per blow centimeter, जैसे हमने ENRF में निकाला है. और C is actually a different here. C is sum of the coefficients of elastic shortening of the pile, which is a combination of C1 plus C2 plus C3. And all C1, C2 and C3 have got their own individual meaning and values. So, which has been given here. For C1, it is temporary compression of dolly and packing. That is the whatever temporary arrangement we use for hammering purpose, which can be evaluated as 1.77 R upon A. जो हमने कल डिस्कस किया था, yesterday we have done that. These are the coefficients for these things. So putting these values, we have to find out the total C value, which is C1 plus C2 plus C3. We are assuming it to be driving with the dolly. So with this assumption, we have got 9.05 R upon A, 0.657 R into D upon A, and 3.55 R upon A. These are the value of C1, C2 and C3. C2 is, we can say, temporary compression of pile 0.657. It is fixed. So that is why it is written here 0.657 RD upon A. So this is, you can say C1. I will draw the arrow. and these values have been derived from here. You can see, and C3 is 3.55 R upon A, 3.55 R upon A. R is equal to pile resistance in tons. D is equal to length of pile, which is given to us, and A is the cross sectional area of the pile. So R word has been used here, sorry, R alphabet has been used, and it has been written pile resistance in front of it. So what is resistance? Resistance is nothing but the capacity of the pile, you can say. If pile is resisting the hammer not to be drawn into the soil, that means it is indirectly giving its capacity. So it is another term related to its capacity. So putting all these values into, we have added C1 plus C2 plus C3 to find out the total constant C. So this values I have replaced here. And after adding all these, A we have got A की value हमारे पास है cross sectional area की, which is 0.35 into 0.35. It is let us see circular pile or it is square pile. So putting just R value we don't have, which is the resistance of the pile in tons. This value we don't have. So the whatever answer we will be getting, that will be in terms of R. So all the values are being used in centimeter. Hence it will be this upon this into R. हमने यहाँ पे 35 मैंने देखो I have written it in blue color. Why I am writing everything specifically due to a reason. I have mentioned here that every value has been used in centimeter. So that is why I have not used here 0.35 meter into 0.35 meter to find out the settlement C, constant C1 plus C2 plus C3, क्योंकि वहां पर भी सारी वैल्यू सेंटीमीटर में यूज हुई हैं. तो अगर मैं 0.35 यूज करता हूं तो वो गलत माना जाएगा. It will be wrong. So that is why after using 35 into 35, I've got this particular value 0.023 R, which is a resistance of the pile. So it can be equated as 0.023 QU. So मैंने क्या किया, R की जगह QU लिख दिया. Why I have written QU? Because it is a kind of capacity of the pile to resist the penetration. लोड जब ऊपर पाइल कैप पे पड़ता है तब भी तो यही होता है ना कि पाइल रेजिस्ट कर रही है नॉट टू बी ड्रॉन इनटू द सॉइल, वो नीचे नहीं जाने देती, उसकी लोड कैरिंग कैपेसिटी जो होती है. दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव रिप्लेस्ड QU इंस्टेड ऑफ R. नाउ यू कैन व्हाट वी कैन सी, वी कैन रिप्लेस दिस. अब हम इन दोनों फॉर्मूलाज को कंपेयर कर सकते हैं, बट लेट अस फर्स्ट सी दैट इट इज where QU in tons. 1 ton is this, the explanation which we had yesterday. Ton is equal to 1 ton is equal to 10 quintal, 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. So that means 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. That means 10,000 Newton. 10,000 Newton means 100 kilo, 10 kilonewton. So that is why it will be 0.0023 QU. So I have converted into kilonewton. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to equate these values. What was the formula we were having? This was the initial formula we were having here. This was the formula. Now I have to put all the values into this formula, whatever I have calculated till now. So this is given to me, W into H is given to me, efficiency is given to me, and efficiency B I found out just now, C I have found out, and S I can use from ENRF formula also, which is the same. We can see 2.54 upon 6. The same value I have used here. Here it is C by 2. C we have just find out, which is in terms of QU, 0.0023 QU. So now this is the important point of the numerical. The C value which I have found out in terms of QU, I will be putting it here. So what I'm getting, I'm having QU here also. I'm having QU here also. So on both side of the is equal to sign, I'm having QU value. Now if I'm going to solve it further, I'm not having any unknown value. Now when I will solve it, I will be having a quadratic equation. Either I will be having quadratic equation or I will be having polynomial equation. So I will be simply using my calculator in the equation mode to solve the roots. So when I will find out the roots, I have also done this the same way. I have solved this quadratic equation after formulation, uh, converting my calculator into the equation mode. I have put the constants a, b, and c. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 as 0.00115, 0.423, and minus 1355.2. And I've got the roots. Whatever roots I have got, there were two roots out of it. Another one was very unsuitable. So the which was suitable was 917.11 kilonewton. So straight away I've got the value of the ultimate capacity of the pile. Now I want to find out Q allowable, which I am going to get after dividing it with factor of safety, which is given 4 for Hilley's formula. So as soon as I divide it with 4, I've got 229 kilonewton. Now the next one is Danish formula, which is again I've got the same type of formula. The only difference is we have got S0 divided by 2 instead of C. Earlier we were having C upon 2. But here we don't have C upon 2. Here we have got S0 upon 2. And S0 we can find out using this particular formula. By replacing the value, this we know, D we know, W into H we know, area we know, modulus of elasticity we know, all the values we know. Let us see. Here it will be 2500. So putting these value into this formula, that's under root of this value, we will be getting 1.85 centimeter as a penetration value, which we can straight away use here. Half of S0 upon 2. So 2800, this we have found out using 80% of the total rated energy. Rated energy, that is En, we have got 3500 kilonewton centimeter. Into 0.8 is going to give us 2800 kilonewton centimeter. Divided by 0.423, same, 2.54 divided by 6. So we will get 2076 kilonewton, and allowable we will be finding out after we are going to divide it with factor of safety. So we will get 519 kilonewton. This is cross sectional area again in centimeter I have used, because whatever final output we are getting here, that is in centimeter. Always remember, don't wrongly put it 0.35 meter. This is the mistake the students do. So put all the values in centimeter. If you have got modulus of elasticity आपका मीटर में है, that is न्यूटन पर मीटर स्क्वायर पास्कल में दिया हुआ है, तो उसको सेंटीमीटर में कन्वर्ट कर लेना आप, ठीक है. Now after this we will try to solve one particular numerical also, which is dependent upon the pile load test. This is another category. We have discussed all the categories, only pile group action is left out. Now in this, some of the data will be given to you. The settlement data will be given to you. You will be either, you can use the graph paper also, or as I have done here into only on a simple plain A4 sheet. Can you see I have done onto a simple plain A4 sheet? I have not used graph paper. I have not used graph paper. I have solved it on simple A4 sheet using scale and pencil. So even in that case, I have been able to find out all the values correctly. So whatever this data will be given to you, load in kilonewton onto the x-axis like this, and settlement in the y-axis on, you can plot it downward like this, and accordingly you are going to plot the loading and unloading curve. So this is the loading curve and this is the unloading curve. This is the loading curve and this is the unloading curve. Based upon this you can see it is given in centimeter. अगर आपके पास स्केल है, हमारे स्केल में सारी वैल्यूज सेंटीमीटर और इंचेस में होती हैं, तो सेंटीमीटर वाली साइड आप यूज करके अपनी आंसर शीट के ऊपर इसको प्लॉट कर सकते हैं. तो आफ्टर ड्रॉइंग दिस कर्व 0, 500, 1000, यू कैन सी 1500 किलोन्यूटन, 2000 किलोन्यूटन, 2500 किलोन्यूटन. ये प्लॉट बनाने के बाद as I have shown you here, now the gross settlement, these are the three categories you will be requiring: gross settlement, rebound settlement and net settlement. So gross settlement, as you can see, this is the line which is writing here, settlement during loading. Settlement during loading values will come under gross settlement: 0.85, 1.65, 2.55, 3.80 and 6.00, and I have written here given. So this first line is given to you as gross settlement, क्योंकि लास्ट में जब हम इसमें पाइल लोड टेस्ट से कैपेसिटी निकालेंगे, as I would be able to show you here, it is 2/3 of the gross settlement. तो इसमें से एक जो वैल्यू है पाइल कैपेसिटी की, वो ग्रॉस सेटलमेंट के corresponding है. The second value is rebound settlement. Rebound settlement is unloading curve minus the initial starting for value. That means जो आपका unloading curve value है, this value minus the starting value. Starting हम मतलब finish कहाँ पे हुआ है, starting नहीं बोलना चाहिए, finish value बोलना चाहिए. हमारा this was loading curve and this was our unloading curve. So unloading curve is finishing at 4 centimeter. So what will be the rebound settlement? Rebound settlement is these values minus 4. And the same I have written here, that is 4 minus 4. And then we have got 4.6 minus 4. So if we are going to add it, 4 plus 0.6 is going to be 4.6. Then 4 plus 1.2 is going to be 5.2. अगर यहाँ से देखें तो वैल्यू ये 5.2 है. So it is 4.6 minus 4. This is this one is going to be 5.2 minus 4. So all these values are going to subtract 4 centimeter. This is going to give us the rebound value. This rest we will discuss tomorrow.